Hey everyone, it's Brandon Hofer here again with the Whole Life Challenge. Today I'm going to be taking you through a quick little preparation series to learn the kettlebell swing. So if you're just getting started with the swing, these are some great tools to help you progress along your way to doing the full version of the swing. The first one here is just the hip chop. You take your karate chopping hands and just push your hips back in space. This is encouraging the hip hinge movement pattern, distinct from the squat movement pattern where your hips fall more vertically down and then back up in space. From the hip hinge, here we've got a kettlebell touch and go. Set the kettlebell between your feet, reach back with your hips, and tap the kettlebell with your fingers. Again, this is just solidifying that hip hinge movement pattern, which is the primary movement pattern that you'll be using for the kettlebell swing. Next up is the kettlebell deadlift. You reach back with your hips the same way that you would for the kettlebell touch and go, except this time you grip the kettlebell, and as you stand, bring the kettlebell with you as you pull your hips forward in space and squeeze your butt cheeks together to get that nice solid position at the top. All right, after you've practiced a few of those, set the kettlebell out in front of you about 18 to 24 inches. Again, chop the hips to get into your position. Place your hands on the kettlebell, tilt the kettlebell towards you, and then drag it along the ground using your lats. So the simplest visual is to just imagine that you're squeezing some grapes in your armpits and you drag the kettlebell right there between the feet, pick it up, set it in front of you, and drag it again. This is introducing the concept of the hike back, which is the first part of the kettlebell swing. So here we're going to take that concept a little bit further. You start with the same beginning position, and this time instead of dragging the kettlebell along the ground, you'll just hike it back there between your legs, still using your lats and maintaining your solid hip hinged or deadlift position. You'll notice that my lower body moves hardly at all, and it's really just getting the lat integration for that kettlebell pendulum effect. And then here we're practicing chopping the hips, hike back, park, stand up, chop, hike back, park the kettlebell, and stand up. This is a movement pattern that you'll want to practice hundreds and hundreds of times, as much as you can before you get into the actual kettlebell swing itself. Then we're ready to try out a 1-rep swing. It's not really a full swing yet. You'll see that I chop my hips, hike the kettlebell back, stand up, hike it back again, and then park it to the ground. And you'll notice that when I stand up, I'm not swinging the kettlebell up to chest level. It's just there at about waist level. Really all I'm doing is working the movement patterns and not concerning myself with where the kettlebell ends up in space. Again, this one you're going to want to come back to for hundreds and hundreds of reps. This is the foundation of the kettlebell swing. We want to keep you safe and strong so that you can continue doing swings for the rest of your life.